Scott.
Lucy, what are you doing here?
Well, I sort of need to ask you that. Of course, I told you I was coming to thank Julie again for saving Christina. So what are you doing here?
I'm here to talk to Julie about her case.
Oh, well, that's interesting, because we were just talking about that. Julie told me she was considering testifying. I told her it was a very bad idea.
No, but it's not. Scott and I both agree. The best thing you can do is to take the stand.
Scott, you think I should testify?
Yes, I do.
What? Why do you think that? I mean, you always tell me that if a defendant takes a stand, you know, it could be very risky. Why are you changing your mind? Did you decide to agree with Rachel?
Well, yes, actually, because it's a long shot, but it's the only shot she's got.
I don't want Julie listening to Rachel, Darren. I don't want her to testify.
Well, you're preaching to the choir, Chris.
We have to get Rachel off this case.
I'm not certain that it's in our best interest to get rid of Rachel right now.
She was completely discredited up there on the stand. What we need to do is find another expert who will get up there and give Julie a favorable evaluation. How hard can it be to find another shrink?
We don't have time to find another psychiatrist. We have to be in court this afternoon.
Get a continuance.
I can't. The judge will never go for it.
Well, find a way. We have to get Julie away from Rachel before it's too late.
Hello.
Hi. You sure got up early.
Yes, well, I had to go check on a pneumothorax patient at the hospital before you and I went to court this afternoon.
I understand the defense may rest today.
Oh, finally. Finally, our lives can get back to normal.
What's in the bag?
Oh, you will never believe what I found. Look, a replica of the race car that we picked up at the night at the thrift store when we first made love.
Well, what do you know? Looks identical. Now you have yourself a matching set.
Now we have a matching set. Kevin, I've been thinking a lot about New Year's Eve, about us starting over. In fact, I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Neither have I.
Well, I bought this car as a reminder of how great our lives were before I screwed it up by lying to you. And I promise with all my heart that I am going to do everything I can to make that up to you. We can have things the way they were.
No, we can't. You can't change what happened. And things will never be the same again.
But I thought that's what you wanted. To patch things up, to be the way we once were.
But what were we really, Eve?
Two people in love.
No, living an illusion.
Kevin, my feelings for you were... My feelings for you are real.
I'm not saying that they weren't or that they aren't, but we're living in two different relationships, Eve. I thought we were connected as a team. But you couldn't trust me enough to come to me and tell me about Bordisa.
I told you why I couldn't. I told you. And I am truly, truly sorry for that.
This isn't about apologies.
What are you looking for?
A partner. but not one that I can just make love to in a thrift store. Or do karaoke with at Johnny Lala's, or plan trips to Palau with.
Weren't those special times? Didn't that mean something to you?
Yes, it did. But good times just aren't enough anymore.
What are you saying, Kevin? Are you breaking up with me?
The first thing they tell you in law school is to keep the defendant off the stand.
But Scott, I'm innocent.
It doesn't matter. When you testify, there are a lot of ways it can backfire. Now, in your case, it's worth it.
Sometimes you've got to break the rules, Julie.
That's right. Now, you've taken a lot of hits on the witness stand, and reasonable doubt, I think you can rule that out. So your best bet is to testify. You've got nothing to lose, and you've got everything to gain.
Could I see you, Counselor, outside, please, right now? Now.
All right. Thank you.
What the heck is wrong with you? Did that Rachel person put some sort of hex on you?
No, Lucy, I'm just, we just agree on one thing. I think that Julie should testify.
Wait, but I thought you were just going to see Rachel to find out how she coerced Greg Cooper into that confession. I didn't think you'd show up arm in arm with that wicked witch.
I didn't show up arm in arm here. I'm just trying to help Julie for crying out loud.
I see you doing is fall for some hypnotic, beady-eyed stare that woman gives you. Wait a minute, what did you just say? You're trying to help Julie?
That's what I said, Lucy.
Well, the only reason you do that is, oh my goodness, you actually believe Julie's innocent.
What I believe is that she's entitled to some competent legal advice. She's not getting it from Leopold, so I'm here to give it to her.
Everybody has a different opinion about what's best for me. And it's even more confusing with Scott giving me advice. Why is he even here?
He appreciates the fact that you found Christina and you returned her unharmed.
Well, swell. But see, I'm doing court in 2 hours, and I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do.
Yes, you are. Somewhere deep down, you do know the answer. You just have to reach in and find it.
Yeah, well, it sounds so easy when you say it.
Look, I realize that it's not, Julie. That's why you need to use your friends that you trust to guide you. Let them help lead you to the answer you already know inside.
You really think I can get up there and sway a jury?
Absolutely. You look those people square in the face and you speak from your heart, and they're gonna believe you.
You can't guarantee that.
No, I can't. But what I can guarantee you is that if you sit and do nothing, you'll never win them over.
So you really and truly think it's in Julie's best interest for her to testify?
Yes, I do.
And who the hell asked you your opinion?
Oh, brother, another country heard from. Julie's psychiatrist did.
Well, since this is a legal matter, perhaps her lawyer should be the one soliciting points of view.
This has gone too far. Let's get in there. Could you open this door, please?
Rachel? Hello, Julie. It's good to see you. We have something we'd like to discuss with you.
Drop the formalities, Darren. Julie, listen to me. You know you're my #1 priority. You trust me?
Of course I do, Chris. What is going on?
Yes, I'd love to hear the answer to that question myself.
What's going on is I think we need to fire Rachel.
Let's sit down. Eve, when we first got together, we were both coming off some pretty rough times. It was intense. We were raw. And we jumped in without looking.
So it's true. You want to end this?
No, not at all. I want to know you. I want to really know you.
You do know me.
I know the Eve that's on the surface. I know the Eve that likes good times and playing Sherlock Holmes and getting massages and having really lousy love songs sung to her. I want to know the Eve that's behind the martinis and the key lime pies and the race cars. I I want to know the one who couldn't come to me at her darkest time.
I'm not sure I can give you what you want, Kevin. When I told you about my son, you promised me that I would never have to go through that hurt again. You said that what we had was enough.
I think I was wrong. And maybe I was kidding myself. Do you have any idea how much it hurt that you couldn't come and tell me what Bordisa was doing? Eve, I cannot be cut out like that again.
What you're asking me to do, it's
a commitment. It's a deep, honest commitment. And anything else is a waste of time for you and me.
I want to give you what you want. God, I've spent my whole life to be secure and to be in control. I have built walls up around parts of myself to be where I am now, okay? And I'm really afraid to knock those walls down.
I know you are. I know. It's just that that's the only way that we're ever going to have a chance at a real relationship.
What if I let you look deep inside me and you don't like what you see?
I'm taking the same chance, Eve. I have to expose myself too. But I mean, look at us. We're stuck. We can't go any further as long as your walls are in the way. You're worried about what you'll see? We'll never know unless we look. I love you enough. I'm willing to do this. Are you?
How can I not? I am so in love with
Where did you get off coming in here saying you're going to fire me?
You're part of the problem, not the solution, Rachel. And as soon as Julie gives me the go-ahead, I'm giving you your walking papers.
All right, enough of that. Let's go.
Wait. It's just getting good. Listen, Julie, they don't want her to testify. Chris said no. But Rachel is going to get fired by Chris if she keeps insisting.
Lucy, we got better things to do than eavesdropping in an insane asylum.
Shh. You know, I can think of one, but name 5 others. Come on.
How about the fact that they're going to commend you here in a minute?
Stop. Listen, I want to hear if Julie is going to testify. I don't know if she's going to testify. Is she going to go on the stand or not?
Chris, have you and Darren even considered what it would look like to the jury to have me removed?
It was our main consideration. The jury's lost all respect and trust for you, Rachel. The sooner we get you away from Julie, the better off she'll be.
No, Rachel is staying.
Julie, she's a liability.
Chris, she's one of the only things that has gotten me through this. I need her.
You only think you need her.
Without Rachel, I would still be under Cooper's control. But thanks to her, I have a mind again. And I've made it up. I'm keeping Rachel as my doctor, and I am taking the stand.
Julie, no.
That's the worst possible decision.
Oh, and what is better? Keeping my mouth shut, going down without a fight? I'm innocent, and this is my only chance to prove it. And I'd like for you to be with me on this when I do. You and Rachel are the only 2 people in this world who truly believe in me. Believe in me now, Chris.
Okay. Okay, if that's how you want to play it, then we'll face it together.
Thank you.
I can't believe what I'm hearing here. I am the only person here who is qualified to give Julie legal advice, and no one's listening to it. Julie should not testify.
But she is. She made her decision, Darren.
One based totally on emotion. If you stood back from this for 1 minute and looked at it, you would see that I should rest this case and start my close.
And what are you going to say? Don't listen to all the bad things you heard about Julie. Really, she is a sweet gal.
Are you forgetting Cooper's confession?
He recanted.
The very fact that he confessed in the first place creates reasonable doubt, which is all we need to avoid a conviction.
I can't count on that.
Darren, if she's made up her mind to testify, we need to support that.
Aren't any of you getting this? I will not put her on the stand.
It's what she wants to do.
Oh, this is ludicrous. Look, if you're determined to get up there and blow your case, you're going to have to find yourself another lawyer.
But you can't abandon her mid-trial.
Oh, I don't plan to abandon her. But I will not permit her to testify. Period.
And I say I am taking the stand whether you like it or not.
Found new partners, but fate has put them back together.
I'm not gonna lose you again. I can't imagine my life without you in it, Bo.
Nora is missing. We're supposed to be married tonight.
Will Bo and Nora reunite?
You never stopped loving Bo.
You felt something for her.
Yes.
One Life to Live, ABC Daytime.
Well, here we are again.
Yeah, starting to feel like a second home.
Well, at least this is finally almost over and we can forget about the general homicide murders.
I wouldn't count on it disappearing just like that. I can't imagine Rachel letting go even if Julie's convicted.
Hey, good afternoon, all.
Hello.
Wow, you seem to be very cheerful.
I expect Darren will rest his case for the defense this afternoon, and then we can all get a good night's rest tonight.
Well, it's good to hear you sound so confident.
You can thank Gray Cooper for that. He convinced the jury that Julie committed the murders. I think we will get what we want here.
I'm just not so sure. If one thing I've learned, it's not to count Julie out too soon. Let's go.
Hi,
Eve?
Hi, Doc. Hey, look at that. Chris is still sitting right by Rachel.
Well, I guess she didn't get the boot.
You know what it makes me think is when she gets her claws in somebody, there's no pulling her off of them.
Cut that out, Lucy.
Okay. Sorry, I will cut it out. Listen, tell me, do you think Julie's gonna take your advice?
It doesn't really matter because she doesn't have much of a chance of being acquitted.
Oh, Scott, something just tells me this isn't right. If she is convicted, it somehow isn't right.
Lucy, just because she thinks she's innocent doesn't mean...
I know that. It's just that she did save those guards' lives. They probably would have frozen in the snow, and she saved Christina's life. Would a person that is called a murderer do all of that? Since I've gotten to watch her lately and stuff, I just don't think she's capable of killing anybody. Wow, this is it.
All rise. This trial court of the state of New York is now in session. The Honorable Anita Martin presiding.
Please be seated. Counsel, I've instructed the bailiff to hold the jury in the jury room. I have just been informed, mistakenly I hope, that Mr. Leopold is no longer representing the defendant. Is this true, Mrs. Ramsey?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Do you care to explain the situation?
I fired Mr. Leopold when we couldn't reach an agreement about my next course of action.
Do you intend to represent yourself in this case?
I do not, Your Honor, and I need time to find another attorney.
Your Honor, this is outrageous. This is obviously a desperate trick by the defense to create a mistrial.
Your Honor, may I please have permission to speak?
Go ahead. But please don't waste the court's time, Dr. Locke.
I'd just like to say that this is not a trick by Julie. It's an unavoidable situation caused by a genuine difference of opinion between the defendant and her attorney.
Difference of opinion or not, Your Honor, I respectfully request that you compel Mr. Leopold to finish this case.
No, he and I are at a complete impasse. I've lost all faith in him. I don't want him to represent me.
Dr. Locke, you may sit down. Mrs. Ramsey, do you understand the impact this decision will have on your defense? I must warn you, dismissing your attorney at this point in your case is hardly in your best interest.
Is it in my best interest to give up? Because that's what I feel Mr. Leopold is asking me to do. Don't I have the right to an attorney who will defend me the way that I want to be defended? Please, Your Honor.
All right. But let me make myself clear. I will not permit this to become grounds for a mistrial.
I understand.
I was under the impression you intended to rest your case today. I will appoint a public defender to wrap this up, and we can let the jury get to work.
Pardon me, Your Honor.
Yes, Dr. Ramsey.
My wife would like the opportunity to find a new attorney, but we're going to need a little time to, bring someone else up to speed.
The defendant should have considered that before she fired her representation. Your request is denied.
Judge Martin, my life is at stake in this courtroom. Please give me this last chance to defend it. I am begging you, Your Honor. We only need a little time to get this straightened out.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mrs. Ramsey. We have 12 jurors and 3 alternates who need to get back to their lives and their jobs. In light of that, I'll appoint a public...
Your Honor, you don't have to appoint anyone.
And exactly why not, Mr.
Because I'm going to be representing Julie Ramsey.
Get your own crystal ball keepsake by visiting abc.com, part of the Go Network.